Hello everybody and welcome back to another Skyrim PS4 mod review. I am your host as always, Ro Warren, and today we're reviewing the mod Skyfall Estate Lite version PS4. It's created by LD50365. And LD has created 17 mods, and here's his description on Skyfall Estate. Skyfall Estate is a medium-sized player home located just outside Whiterun across from the Homebrew Meadery. This version has been reworked from my popular PC mod to fit Sony's guidelines. Plenty of safe storage, theme storage for almost all game-related items such as Dragon Priest, masks, claws, ingredients, food items, books, notes, keys, all smithing-related, etc. He's got 80 armor mannequins, 52 plus shield plex, 95 plus weapon racks, 12.5 bookshelves, 22 large display cases, 14 small display cases, and much more with the indoor smithing and exterior garden. So right on your map, it's located just south of Dragon's Reach, or Whiterun I should say, right there on your map, and it's basically right in front of Homebrew Meadery. You cannot miss it if you come in. And right there you see the marker is actually not where the house is, but it's across from where the house is. But you will spawn in over there, despite that. So, Homebrew Meadery, and there's the house, right there. So let's go ahead and walk across. We get a nice little bridge added in with this mod. Very lovely. There was a horse here, but I took it, and I since lost that horse. But he did have a horse added in for the mod. Right there we get our first view of this house. It looks pretty simple and plain at first glance. I guess no it doesn't. He actually added in this nice little back part there. It still kind of does look simplistic and plain, but we will see how that all changes once we get inside. So of course you got this nice little patio here. Lots of stuff. We got nice little benches. Sit out here, drink some wine or a tankard of mead, and sit by and watch nice water flowing. Or just sit by and look at the beautiful mountains and countryside of the Whiterun Plains. You get some chests, you get some mead, some fishing rods if you want to do some fishing. It's very beautiful as the water flows right from the city down. Get some archery dummies, some practice dummies if you want to go practice on them. And here's where the outside patio garden is. Now, there is fertile soil, so you can go ahead and plant stuff. I already have stuff planted, but I'll go plant, let's see, a blisterwort. And it does work, item planted, and it works correctly. So, with me, I had a nice little flower setup going, some glowing mushrooms, some lavender. Bug jars. It's right here, it's one of the themed storages. He allows you, if you collect your bug jars, you can store them there. They look nice out here, though, because he already has them set up for you. So, that's that. That's basically the outside. We'll go up to this top part of the porch. He's got some barrels, a drop-off barrel. And there is a basement, and I will show you this later coming out of the basement. I do not want to start in the basement. It's one of my favorite parts. So, a lot of seating, a lot of benches if you're going to have a great big party here at your house. Let's go ahead and enter on in. As soon as we walk in, we're nicely greeted by all this vegetation and growth along it. Very nicely decorated. All kinds of planters everywhere. It looks very clean. The wood actually has this kind of shine effect to it, making it look like the floors were very nicely scrubbed. So don't be bringing your muddy boots on in and getting it all ruined up. Now here's where your library is, or your little study area. Of course, I've put a lot of books here as this was my player home on this character, but you can do the same or you don't have to. I just usually pick up a bunch of random books and just go start storing them all over the place. I have no clue what any of these are. Of course, my favorite collection right there, the Lusty Argonian Maid. I love that book a lot. Got my journals all set up. We got everything going for us here in the library. It's very nice. Moving on over here, we got the basement downstairs. I'll show you that in a little while. We'll do the downstairs first. So he's got a lot of chests everywhere for you to go store your stuff. Here's your display case. You want to put your little dagger in there. Got a nice little totem weapon plaque right there. And right here is the dining hall. Now, he actually added in these as well. These are the stones that you can actually get your effects from. And they're all in here. You can actually use them. Whichever one you want to actually use. Now, you can go ahead and accept them. It does work. Warrior stone added, and right there you can see the effect down there that they do actually work, so it's an interesting part of the mod in my opinion. He's got a lot of Blackbriar Reserve and some spiced wines. Over here he's got every single shrine that you could want, so go ahead and worship your favorite false god, and you know, so be it. Right here we got some nice... Can you knock this stuff off? No, you can't, huh? That's actually very good. He actually decided to actually staple it in down to the table so it looks nice at all times. So right here's a nice little kitchen, of course. Moving on, or I should say dining room, I should say. This is the kitchen right here. Looks very nice. A lot of wooden bowls, all the cooking materials, firebrand wine. There's a sink if you need to go wash your hands. Nice little stove with some beautiful apple dumplings. Oh, yummy. And the stove does work. The oven, I should say. Not the stove. Make a nice little pizza, right? Alright, let's see what else we got. A nice little cooking pot right there. And right here you got your breads. All themed storage right here. Fruits, salt piles, vegetables, wines, mead. You know, anything that you could want. It's all here at themed storage. Moving on, you get your cups, tankards. More of this food and stuff lying about. Another dagger rack. More Alto wine. Whoa. Nice. Down here, you got a nice little thing set up for two. Sit down, get warmed up by the fire. Looks like set up for two lovers of a sort. Moving on up, we're going to go ahead and go upstairs. Yes, there is a beautiful second floor waiting for us upstairs. I can guarantee it. Here's another little dagger rack. It's nicely lit up by all these chandeliers, of course. Nice little map of Skyrim, a coin purse. And just looking how beautiful it is. It's amazing how great this mod was. Opening up this door, there is some either your servants or your children's room. That is my actual map of the Dragon Imperials. I actually put that there because I'm an idiot. But I guess these could be your servants, such as your housecarl and your soldiers or your merchants or whatever. So that could be that. Or your friends or your kids, whatever you want it to be. Store your potions there. A nice little alchemy lab, ingredients, all nice soul gems, scrolls, an arcane enchanter. Good theme storage in my opinion, like very good. More bookcases up top if you need to go add more. Inside here we actually have the royal bath. There's a nice little knob right there. You go turn the sink on, and right here we got your very own bathhouse hot tub. Now you probably want to take your clothes off before getting in, but you know, it's a nice little effect. Not sure how I'd like sitting there with 4 people, 3 people in there, but it would probably get a little bit cluttered, but that's okay. Opening this up, it looks like it's the master's bedroom. He's got his very own fireplace here. Beautiful stocked wood already set up. A weapon plaque above the fire. And he's got his very own safe as well. Something inside the safe. I think this is all my stuff. That's all my stuff, folks. Here we got your own little ledger. Notes. What is this? Journals. Unique rare books. So if you want to store your rare books there, you store your amulets here, if you have any. Of course, he added so much to the theme storage, and it's really hard to keep track sometimes. And these look like, this looks like it would be your kid's room actually, right here. The other one is the servants' quarters for your bard and your soldiers, like I just said. Nice bust of the Grey Fox. And moving on downstairs now. Just go ahead and jump off. We get my favorite part of the mod. And I already set this up because I've been playing on this character for like a very long time. You get the armory. You get all these darn mannequins and weapon racks and so forth. And just feel free to go ahead and dress them all up. Of course, down here we got my little Stormcloak section. And we got our Imperial section. Now, there is one slight bug with these mannequin racks. It seems that this might just be a bug for me, but as you see, that right there, they're like digging into the ground now for me. I'm not sure what that was, but you know, it's okay though. It doesn't really affect the mod too much. Of course, there's my little guard collection from all my guards. Don't have a guard for... do I have guards under... I don't know. Who cares, right? A lot of weapon racks to be set up. A lot of display cases. Over here we got more display cases and weapon racks. They all work. I've been testing them. They all do fine. So right here you got your own blacksmith forge, your own smelter, your own workbench, and grindstone. So these can actually come in a lot of handy. Basically because, you know, you don't need to go anywhere. And downstairs you got a nice little fire pit. Beautiful. Brings heat up into the upper chambers right there. Very nice. More dummies. A nice little tanning rack there. And now we get some more themed storage. We get some crossbow storage, some arrows, bolts, bows. So all your weapons get their own themed storage. Staffs. You get everything. Helmets, even your armor gets everything. Shields, armor, boots, helmets, gauntlets, you get them all. More mannequins inside. You get more of the themed storage for your soul gems and your scrolls. Heartstones, you got a staff enchanter. You get more ingredients, alchemy lab. You get an imbuing chamber. Imbuing chamber, I think. I'm not sure. But you get some albino spider pods, and you can go ahead and use it as well. Moving on, we got another little servants, soldiers, whatever you want to put in here. Their little display case for where they can live if you want. This little display cases everywhere. More weapon racks and all that. So it looks like a nice, beautiful house. You got fire pumping on through the whole entire area. Like, everyone has their own fireplace, so everyone shouldn't be getting cold. Down inside of this room now, we get more fireplaces. You get another thing to place your staves. You get to place your dragon claws. If you have any, I of course placed some of mine in there. But they're nice looking. They're hanging up on the wall already. My chef. And here's some Dragon Priest masks. Now, these are very good looking. I think it's awesome to have in your house downstairs, especially. But he's got every single one, including all the ones that you cannot collect and some of the new ones that were added in with the new DLCs. Now, of course, you get your very own Daedric artifact store. So if you want to store your Daedric weapons, artifacts, whatever, put them in there. They'll be stored. Moving on, you get a lot of saves down here. A lot of saves. So we'll go ahead and keep going. Of course, there's my little Thieves Guild tribute. And now we'll head into the actual basement. Yes, there is a basement further beyond that. And this one's going to be a bit surprising to you when you see it. So you go ahead, you go down. There's two ways you can go. You can either go straight, you can go left down here. Left downstairs, you get your very own swimming pool. Yes, your very own swimming pool. Look at that. Of course, it's nice solid out. It's nice and hollowed. No fish or bugs or anything in there. And the water looks like it's pumped directly through the Whiterun area. So, of course, very nice. You get your own very bar. You got your nice little bar downstairs. If you want a nice little drink by the pool, you know, just sit down, drink by the pool. Very nice. Heading on upstairs now. And going straight. you get a ladder. Now this would lead back up to the basement stairs that we found outside of the house. So inside here now you get even more mannequin displays. So if you're like really need to go display your mannequins or your setup characters or whatnot, you can go ahead and do that right here. Now of course I like to go set up like display cases that are relatable, so I tried to do a vampire with I was gonna put a royal vampire there, then Dawn Guard and put someone else there to match the Dawn Guard. Of course, that's how I just do it. You don't have to do it. You can make your own little displays if you want to. Like this random mishmash that I did right there. Very mishmashed. Moving on. More display cases and mannequins. And they even got their little chests, so if you want to put their... Right here for my Nordic armor mannequin, I put some extra armor down there because you could also put their weapons or their extra gear that are needed for it as well. A little Falmer weapon collection. Moving on, go ahead and get back out in Skyrim. Coming outside of the house now, we find that lovely Skyrim sunset that we love, and it's just lovely. Nice little day out there. Sit down. Is the sun actually being blocked out? It might be dusk, actually. I think the sunset might have already happened, but the sun says differently. Unless it's up in the clouds somewhere. But the door does work. Everything works here. Nothing broken. Nothing messed up. So it's all good. It's a lovely mod. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you check out all these mod. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
See, it used to be that this whole place was a stadium, and two teams would meet and play a game called baseball. One team would beat the other team to death with these things called baseball bats, and the best bats were called swatters. True fact.
Look, dumbass, that's not how baseball was played.
That right, Mr. Smarty Pants? If you're such an expert, how do you think it was played?
It was America's pastime. A sport that united families on warm summer days. And it wasn't violent. Mostly.
I like my version better.